All right, it's time for Quick Hits, Chapter 8. Quick Hits, Chapter 8. So let's get to it. This is a chapter all about dating, choosing others, dating and mate selection. And so we're going to talk briefly about dating and its functions and those types of things. What you need to know in this chapter, you need to know uh, terms that are important: dating, the process of meeting people socially for possible mate selection. Not necessarily, but possibly. You also need to know the term marriage, market, the process in which prospective spouses compare both assets and liabilities of eligible partners and choose the best available mate. We're actually going to talk about a theory that I really enjoy that kind of highlights that whole process in just a couple of minutes. You need to know the different functions of dating. They're both manifest and latent functions. Manifest are the more direct types of functions of dating, things that are universal. People date to mature, people date for fun and recreation, people date for companionship, love and affection, and sometimes mate selection. But there are also latent functions of dating. These are more subtle functions that may occur kind of under the radar. People learn about socialization, about expected gender roles, and how different families are structured, and that people have different attitudes and beliefs, those types of things. And other types of latent functions: social status and fulfillment of ego needs, sexual experimentation and intimacy. We talked about sexuality last time. And even big business, providing an economic market. I mean, think about Valentine's Day, right? That's like big business holiday. That's what it is, right? So I actually can't stand that holiday, right? I hated Valentine's Day. In fact, I was the guy that would break up with a girl in January just so I didn't have to celebrate that holiday in February. I know, very shallow of me, right? Very shallow of me. But you'll be happy to know that God, in His infinite wisdom, decided to pay me back for that. And so the woman that I fell in love with, this beautiful lady right over my shoulder here, guess when her birthday is? Yep, you guessed it, February 14th, Valentine's Day, every single year, right? So I may have been shallow in my younger days, but you better believe I celebrate Valentine's Day now and her birthday, and it's a day of love and romance, right? You also need to pay attention to the differences between traditional and contemporary dating. What were some traditional uh, forms of dating? What is more contemporary dating? Terms like hang out, getting together, hooking up, versus courtship and going steady, and those types of things. You also should think about traditional contemporary combinations where there are things that happen today that happened years ago in the dating thing, things like proms and dinner dates, dinner and a movie, those types of things. So know about those. You also should just think about how we meet others. Online dating is especially prominent today. There's websites all over the place when it comes to meeting other people who have similar interests to you. And you've probably heard some of those websites, Match.com, and others that are even more specific, like FarmersOnly.com. There's all kinds. There's even a Church of Christ Singles.com if you're a member of the Church of Christ and single. That just everywhere, right? You can find a mate, find a date wherever you want to. Okay, I also want you to focus on mate selection theories. The one that I want you to focus the most on is called the Becker theory. I like this theory as it comes to dating and mate selection. It just makes sense to me. It basically says that the whole process of befriending people and dating people is really a filter that we are running people through to narrow the marriage market to find whoever that marriable person will be. Sorry for the tongue tie there. And we go through several filters. The first filter is propinquity, right? How geographic closeness, how close are they to us? So just by virtue of living in Edmond, we probably have filtered out people that live in Germany, right? Not because we don't like German people, but because they're not close to us, right? In the same way, we've probably filtered out people that live in Massachusetts. Again, not because we don't like people from Boston, but because they're not close to us, right? So it's just kind of a natural filter that happens. Now, because of the time we live in with technology, maybe that filter isn't as prominent as it once was, because we can literally connect with somebody on the other side of the country or the world just like that, right? Physical appearance, how do people look? That's another filter. It's okay to talk about attraction. We are all attracted physically to different things. Some people love eyes, and some people love smiles, and yes, some people love booties, right? We're all attracted to different things the way we were made, and that's okay. Excuse me. We're going to filter people out based on physical appearance. We're probably going to filter people out based on culture, maybe even ethnicity and race, social class, those types of things. Religion, filter out based on age. And as we get to know people more and more, we'll filter out based on their values and their personality and those types of things, until we get down to this one person. And then the last filter is marriageability. Is this person marriageable? And if they are, then there will be mutual agreement there. And if they aren't, then there won't be mutual agreement. And even at that last filter, the whole thing can be called off, and people will start all over again. So I really like this theory. I want you to make sure that you are reading that theory. Look in Appendix A for a long description of this filter theory. Appendix A in the PowerPoint slideshow is something that you'll want to pay close attention to each other, to close attention to, so that you can answer those questions on the exam. You also just think about multicultural views of dating. Be sure and read through how dating might look different in different areas of the world, and what mate selection might look like in other cultures differing from our own. Think about when dating goes bad, harmful types of relationship, the introduction of power and control and violence. Know some of the prevalence of dating violence, acquaintance and date rape, know what those are, and know why those happen. What are some things that lead to that? Attitudes that condone violence, hard and fast ties to specific gender roles, even alcohol and drug use. What are some things that can contribute to date violence and date rape, and know why those harmful dating relationships are not just harmful in the moment, but have long-term effects on victims, right? That can be both external and internal types of long-term effects, bodily harm, but also things like depression and in school and those types of things as well. So make sure that you read up on the harmful behavior. Breaking up, know about breaking up. Why do we break up? How do we react to breaking up? And be able to answer if breaking up is healthy. The answer is yes. Sometimes breaking up is very healthy. It ends up being the best thing for a relationship. Offer still stands. If you got a good breakup story, send it to me. I love reading those. If not, no worries. And then make sure that you're paying attention to, again, Appendix A and the long writing on filter theory. All right, that's your quick hit for Chapter 8.